to morning commute stream, so couldn't butcher that any better, could I? Anyway, this morning we're supposed to be getting some severe weather moving through the state, so figured, let's see what happens. Can't just cross the street. Still trying to figure out how every single type of gas is only $1.79. That does not seem right. For anyone that does tune in, today I'm using the Aztek. Since I bought the Crown Vic, I've been trying to alternate between the two every day. So one day I'll drive the Aztek, one day I'll drive the Vic. That way, none of them are just sitting in the driveway, not getting used. Keeps this one up with the hurricane running. Keeps the odometer ticking up. Currently at 261,181 miles. So it's definitely an achievement for this car. I mean, it's had its hiccups over the years, and it has its problems now, but it's still going, still chugging. Turn off autofocus because I keep noticing this thing trying to focus in on the raindrop, so that's probably going to get annoying. So I do apologize for that. Got someone ahead of us that doesn't have their headlights on. Remember, wipers on, headlights on. Being on city streets like this, it's not that bad, but when you're on the highway, it's primarily so vehicles like trucks and stuff can see you in their side views because of all the spray from the roadway. They won't see you. It also helps make you just more visible, period. So like those vehicles now are like silver and gray and stuff like that. They help make you more visible just from far instead of right themselves on top of them. This light's been on flash the past couple of days. A little faster, bud. Looks like the rain's picking up a little bit. staying safe, staying healthy, coping the best way that they can during these uncertain times. It's definitely been a very surreal kind of feeling the past few weeks. Paddy wagon. Not a great place to park. There's not very clear. Yeah, this is the Towson area. It's the county seat-ish, if you will, for Baltimore County. It's fun little fact, Baltimore County has no municipality within it. So there's no towns, no cities, no nothing within the entire county. So it's owned and operated. So like all the county services, it's just that. It's just county and state here. But this is Towson's just where all the government agencies, headquarters, and stuff are. Although recently, the past couple weeks, right here at the CVS on the right, well, not really as much the past few weeks, but before everything started hitting the fan, that CVS had a couple card guys at it. Either this one or the one that's right over here somewhere. Rain's coming down pretty good here. The news this morning said that there's a good chance that we could have some hail and severe thunderstorms move through. Possibly a few chances of isolated tornadoes as well. So be sure to make sure the volume is up on your phone for any emergency alerts, and I guess periodically check the news and other local broadcast stations to make sure that nothing's going on. Oh, here's this weird truck. I've seen this a couple times. It's like it's a guy wearing like a panda wearing a bandana or something. I don't know. It's weird. I've seen it a couple of times the past few weeks. At first, when I first saw it, I thought it was like a motorcycle helmet. It's a panda with a bandana or something in its face. It's interesting. It's just funny how I've been seeing it almost on a regular basis. Usually this highway's so jam-packed that you don't really notice the same cars day in, day out, day in, day out. But because it's been so light the past few weeks, I mean, you're noticing vehicles that you see on a fairly regular basis. Pick it up again. Something's going on off to the left. Or something. Knocking. It's like it's like a semi truck. Stop. And by the way, I know a lot of other states have gone to the flashing yellow light instead of the traditional dark out style lights. At some busy intersections here in Maryland, they use a flashing red arrow that makes you stop, make sure it's clear, and then proceed with your turn. But Maryland doesn't permit the flashing yellow. It's weird. But for whatever the reason, state highways with their manual and uniform traffic control devices, there's your little fun fact today, forbids it for whatever the reason. But yet, flashing red arrows is okay. I don't get it. It's funny, when I go up to Pennsylvania, they're flashing yellow right at the first exit on 83 in Citation. Ooh, that's a big puddle. I'm going to hit it. Here we go. Going around. That brought me down 20 or to 25. Got more. That guy didn't stop. I should probably get out of this lane. One giant puddle's good enough. They need to fix the drainage on this stretch of road. I'll have to see if right here past Owings Mills Boulevard, we'll have to see if it's flooded out, because just sometimes during heavy rains like this, they'll have flash flooding there. Hopefully it's nice and dry. Well, I mean, as dry as it can be. Probably good. It's probably going to get over again now. I say that was a giant puddle. Yellow, we're good. It's all screwed up. Yeah, I really hope with all this construction work that they fix the drainage on this stretch of road. It is awful. It's hard to tell if it's awful just because it's awful or if it's because of construction work. Snap. Belt wet. Looks like it's not a raging river, so I guess we're good. Yeah, the one I remember not that long ago, right here, just this whole area was a raging river. I do apologize, by the way, if I don't get to your comments or I'm unable to read them, because since I am driving, that's obviously going to take precedence over comments that pop up. But if I do get stuck at a red light, feel free to ask questions and whatnot. And I'm also going to try and scroll through, but that's obviously only dependent on red lights and whatnot. Looks like the rain's letting up a little bit. Not torrential downpour like it was. That's good. But it's supposed to be like this all day long. It's wipers on, headlights on. And parking lights do not count. Turn the knob all the way to the on position. I have to admit, I think this is the longest at one time green lights I've had on this road. Some days it feels like you get stuck at almost every single light. Right over this hill, for those that may not be from Maryland, we're about to enter the historic part of Reisterstown, which is a nice oval which they've redone, made it look all nice and small town-like, even though it's in the middle of a big, well, it's not in the middle, it's on the outskirts of the metropolitan area, but nonetheless. Palmer County isn't having their second roll call here at the gas station. Past couple of days, I've driven past a couple of Palmer County officers have been hanging out at that gas station. I've been jokingly calling it second roll call. that light is spazzing out there on the right. I don't know if you can see it, but probably shorting out or something. It was awesome. So past 2 days, I got gas in both this and the Crown Vic, and I was using some Wise points that we have, and this car, the Aztek, even though it says it can take regular, I've noticed that it just runs better if you put mid-grade or super in it. So for the most part, I put mid-grade in. And so I paid $1.08 to fill this up. Well, $1.08 stopped in because we still had a bunch of points left over. That I paid 88 cents a gallon, which is just mind-blowing to me because when I first started driving, gas was at $3, almost $4 a gallon, and then it just completely just dropped like a rock. Then it's been just staying at $2, $2.50, somewhere in that ballpark for the longest time. And then with all this stuff that's been going on with OPEC overproducing, everyone not driving right now, gas prices have just plummeted. And I am in love with that because I drive two gas hogs that love to drink as much gas as possible. And it's been saving, my wallet's been happy with that. Also, for those who may not be from Maryland or just in this area in general, up here on the left is Camp Frederick, which is a National Guard base, and it's also the headquarters of the Maryland Emergency Management Agency. So these are the people that send out all the emergency alerts and all that other good stuff. And you know what? I'm going to detour just because I can. I'm going to take Old Hanover Road just for the heck of it. We'll go through the little town of Boring, Maryland. That's the legit name of the town, Boring, Maryland. They used to have the Boring Volunteer Fire Department. Them and Arcadia came together and they just formed one big department. But I just love the fact that this place is called Boring. Small town Maryland, it's called Boring. And also there's, I don't think you guys can see it on here, but there's this random sign that's CSX installed in the middle of the field for absolutely no reason. That leads up the road crossing there, or the railroad tracks there. There's like no crossing or anything, and they just randomly put up a stop sign. I don't know why, but they did. And it makes me chuckle every time I see it because I don't know why it's there. I tell you, one of the things that I plan on doing once the stay-at-home order is over and done with is probably come up here somewhere and try and get some photos of the train stuff going by and all that other good stuff. This is the CSX's Hanover subdivision. Runs between Baltimore and Hanover, Pennsylvania, which is just over the state line. And my belt got wet again, it sounded like. This is the actual little town of Boring. This is where the fire department and stuff used to be. It's right there on the right, but now it's I don't know what they're really using that building for at this point, actually. Probably using it to store some of the equipment because the two departments consolidated, but and that was the little town of Boring. Here is like one of my favorite stretches of road. It's just, I don't know, there's just something about it. It's just a nice semi-straight stretch of blacktop, and I don't know, I just always like these kind of roads. I'm weird. We got an old Woody for sale. Should send that to a friend of mine. He's like a huge Dodge Chrysler Jeep person. Well, probably not Jeep, but Chrysler and Dodge person. You probably would love that Jeep though. I think those are Jeeps. I'm not sure. I'm horrible with older cars. And back out to the main road. Welcome to Carroll County. And cue the banjo stuff playing. Hope this gas station is closed. It's hard to tell with everything going on nowadays. It's hard to tell if some of these places are just temporarily closed or they're closed. Because that's like the one gas station that's like changed names like a whole bunch of times. In a few moments here, I'm gonna end the stream. So I hope the few of you guys that did tune in and watched enjoyed, and those that may come back later and watch it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. That guy was following very, very closely for these kind of conditions. Anyway, but just I figured I would be doing these once in a while, at least once a week. Those will be scheduled, but sometimes I might just do one just to do one. So we'll see. We'll see how everything keeps going. I get to stop at the red light for absolutely no reason because there's no one at either of the other sides of the intersection. But that's usually how it is. Wind's picking up too. Alright, well, I'm going to end the stream here. I hope all you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time. Alright, bye.